Hello, passionate Celtic fans. Welcome back to all of you tuning in today as we dive straight into the latest developments surrounding our team. It's been an eventful week following the hard-fought victory over Falkirk on Wednesday night. It wasn't exactly the prettiest performance we've seen, but Celtic did what it had to do, and that's what counts. Now, all eyes are turning towards Sunday and our Scottish Cup clash against Aiken Lake Talbot, a game where we'll be expecting to assert dominance and show the quality that makes this club one of the giants of Scottish football. As always, the squad will be looking to balance experience and energy as we move through a congested schedule. And the fitness of certain players could play a crucial role in the manager's tactical choices. The January transfer window is now at its midpoint, and the hunt for a new striker remains the central focus of discussion among supporters and pundits alike. Celtic has officially made just one signing so far, and while that was welcome, it's clear that the club's front line still requires reinforcement. Manager Martin O'Neill has been very candid about the need to bring in a centre-forward, and the urgency of the situation is reflected in every public statement he has made since the start of the window. The search for the right striker has been meticulous, with the club aiming to find someone who can not only deliver goals consistently, but also fit into the style of play that has defined Celtic under O'Neill. One of the names generating the most discussion recently is Callum Wilson from West Ham United. There have been reports that Celtic has made an inquiry regarding the 33-year-old English striker, and while nothing is confirmed yet, it's clear that the club is exploring all available options. Wilson's career has been one of resilience and talent, having spent significant years at Newcastle United, where he impressed many with his scoring ability, and prior to that, at Bournemouth. He has also represented England at the international level, earning 9 caps and scoring a couple of goals between 2018 and 2023. His experience is undeniable, and he brings with him the knowledge of playing in one of the world's most competitive leagues. However, there are valid concerns about Wilson's suitability for Celtic. At 34 next month, he's at an age where injuries become a serious consideration. His history includes multiple hamstring issues as well as a back injury that sidelined him for over 130 days in a previous season. While he has not had major injury problems with West Ham this season, he has often been on the fringes of the starting 11, suggesting that fitness and form could be factors that limit his impact. Celtic supporters will remember similar situations with past signings who struggled to maintain consistency due to injuries, and the fear is that investing in an older player could present the club with similar challenges. And despite these concerns, Wilson's record in the Premier League this season is respectable. He has made 17 appearances, 8 of which were starts, and scored 4 goals, averaging a goal every 203 minutes on the pitch. This indicates that if he can maintain fitness, he could certainly contribute to Celtic's goal tally. Yet, there is an ongoing debate about whether the club should focus on bringing in a more up-and-coming player, someone in their early to mid-20s who is ready to make the step up, rather than a player potentially past their peak. Historically, Celtic has found great success with younger talent who can adapt and grow within the Scottish Premiership, and there is concern that repeating past mistakes with older signings might hinder the team's long-term progress. While Wilson remains a talking point, there have been developments elsewhere in the squad. Lyndon Dykes, another name linked with a possible move, has now joined Charlton Athletic, removing that speculation from the table. Meanwhile, The club's scouting network continues to monitor a range of potential targets, including promising talent from leagues abroad. For instance, there was discussion regarding a Slovenian striker, Franko Kovic, whose transfer would require a record fee for the club, exceeding €5 million. Questions remain over whether the Celtic board is willing to commit such a sum in January, especially without clarity over the long-term strategic plan for the squad. Decisions like these could define the club's transfer activity for the remainder of the window. Turning attention back to the squad, recent training sessions have highlighted the current state of fringe players and those returning from loans. Toby Olo has returned after an emergency loan, and while Adam Montgomery's loan at Livingston has been cut short due to a significant calf and muscle injury, this has freed up resources for the club to make other adjustments. Montgomery's injury is expected to keep him out for 12 to 16 weeks, which is a setback for his development, but Celtic has acted to ensure the loan termination benefits both the player and the club involved. Such decisions reflect the ongoing management and strategic planning that takes place behind the scenes, often unnoticed by the wider fan base. The rest of the squad is now preparing for Sunday's Scottish Cup tie, and there is a clear desire to rotate where possible, balancing rest and readiness with the intensity of upcoming fixtures against Bologna and Hearts next week. Liam Scales recently commented on his experiences under the previous manager, noting how the excessive running demands under Wilfried Nancy impacted his ability to be effective with the ball late in matches. Such insights highlight the tactical adjustments and player welfare considerations that O'Neill and his coaching staff are implementing to improve performances and maintain consistency throughout the season. Celtic's position now requires a careful balance between securing new signings and developing current squad members. The challenge of finding the right striker continues to dominate conversation, but there are encouraging signs in training and squad management, with upcoming fixtures demanding focus and preparation. Every decision made, whether in the transfer market or on the training pitch, will be vital in maintaining Celtic standards and ambitions for the remainder of the season. The focus remains on creating a competitive, balanced squad capable of achieving success on multiple fronts while navigating the complexities of injuries, player form, and transfer opportunities. As we look forward to the remainder of January, the focus inevitably shifts to potential transfer activity and how that will shape Celtic's squad for the remainder of the season. While the pursuit of a striker remains paramount, the club's attention to detail in terms of squad balance cannot be underestimated. There is an ongoing effort to ensure that players returning from loans, such as Toby Olo, can reintegrate effectively, providing depth in key positions. Managing these transitions is crucial, especially as Celtic faces a busy schedule of domestic cup fixtures, league matches, and potential European commitments. Each decision regarding player movement has immediate implications for squad rotation, tactical flexibility, and overall team performance. Celtic's recent performances have been a mix of controlled dominance and moments of concern, and the manager has been keen to address both in training sessions. Fringe players and those who have not been starting regularly have been given significant attention, allowing O'Neill to assess their readiness and ensure they are capable of stepping up when needed. This includes monitoring match fitness, technical sharpness, and tactical understanding. Players like Odin Holm appear likely to move on, seeking opportunities elsewhere, while others, such as Mitchell Robertson, are currently on loan to gain valuable first-team experience. These moves not only benefit individual development, but also create space for Celtic to make strategic signings that can immediately impact results. The potential signing of Callum Wilson remains one of the more intriguing developments of the January window. While his experience and proven scoring record in the English Premier League are appealing, Celtic supporters are understandably cautious. There is a history of players arriving with strong reputations only to be hampered by recurring injuries or inconsistent form. Wilson's injury history, including multiple hamstring strains and a significant back problem, raises questions about his ability to handle the physical demands of Scottish football week in and week out. The debate among fans centres on whether the short-term boost of an experienced striker outweighs the risk of limited availability over the season's critical period. Beyond the striker position, Celtic's management is also assessing potential reinforcements in other areas, with the January window offering a brief opportunity to fine-tune the squad. The club's approach seems measured, favouring players who can immediately contribute while maintaining long-term strategic goals. There is also an emphasis on integrating younger talent from the academy or smaller leagues, in line with Celtic's history of developing players who thrive in the Scottish Premiership before moving on to larger stages. This blend of youth and experience is essential for sustaining the club's competitiveness across all competitions. Injury management remains a crucial element of squad strategy. The recent recall of Adam Montgomery from Livingston highlights how unexpected circumstances can create both challenges and opportunities. While Montgomery faces a long recovery period, the club's ability to recall him and reallocate resources demonstrates a level of planning and responsiveness that is vital in a congested fixture schedule. Similarly, the careful monitoring of players returning from minor injuries or those who have not been featuring regularly ensures that Celtic can maintain a competitive edge without overloading individuals. O'Neill's experience and his coaching staff's attention to detail have been key in this regard, fostering an environment where players can perform consistently while minimizing the risk of setbacks. The upcoming Scottish Cup match against Aiken Lake Talbot offers an opportunity to rotate the squad, test fringe players, and maintain momentum without compromising performance. Given the importance of the following fixtures against Bologna and Hearts, O'Neill is likely to make strategic adjustments, blending seasoned performers with emerging talents to keep the team fresh. This balance is vital in sustaining form over a demanding run of games, ensuring that Celtic can compete effectively on all fronts. It also allows the manager to evaluate the depth of the squad, identify areas needing improvement, and make informed decisions in the remaining days of the transfer window. Looking ahead, the conversations among fans and analysts naturally turn to the broader strategy of the club. Questions about long-term recruitment, player development, and tactical philosophy remain at the forefront of discussions. There is a sense that Celtic is at a crossroads, needing to combine immediate results with a sustainable approach to squad building, strategic signings. Careful player management and effective use of loans are all part of the formula that will determine whether the club can maintain its dominance domestically while competing in European competitions. The integration of new players, whether through permanent transfers or loan arrangements, must be handled thoughtfully to avoid disrupting squad harmony or balance. Off the pitch, Celtic's approach to transfers demonstrates an awareness of financial prudence, player welfare, and the long-term vision of the club. Record fees for younger talent or emerging stars are weighed carefully against the club's budget and strategic objectives. ensuring that investments align with both performance goals and sustainability. Meanwhile, established players who may no longer be part of the long-term plan are managed with professionalism, often being loaned out to gain experience or seeking permanent moves elsewhere. This approach maintains squad morale, provides opportunities for individual development, and supports the overall ambition of keeping Celtic competitive at the highest levels. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Whispers around Paradise have grown louder after a pointed remark from Brendan Rodgers, the former Celtic manager, whose shadow still lingers over the club, speaking with the calm confidence of a man who knows the job inside out. Rodgers was heard to say that leading Celtic is harder than it looks from the outside, a line many have taken as a sly dig at Martin O'Neill. No names were mentioned, yet in Glasgow, football circles, nothing is ever said without someone in mind. O'Neill, the Northern Irish coach now in charge at Celtic, carries a formidable reputation forged through decades in the game. As a former player and a manager known for discipline and old-school authority, his return to the helm has been framed as a homecoming. Still, Rodgers' comment has stirred speculation about the true weight of expectation that comes with the role. Celtic is not merely a football club, it is a constant examination, judged daily by history, supporters, and comparison with those who came before. Sources close to the club suggest Rodgers' words were less about criticism and more about experience. He knows how the pressure tightens when performances are scrutinized beyond tactics, when every selection choice becomes a statement. Yet, the timing of the remark has fueled talk of a subtle challenge, as if Rodgers were reminding everyone that success in Glasgow demands more than reputation and resolve. Among supporters, opinions are split. Some see Rodgers' line as respectful honesty, a reminder that even a seasoned figure like O'Neill faces a steep task. Others sense rivalry, an echo of managerial pride that never truly fades. In the west of Scotland, football thrives on such nuances. Whether Rodgers meant to provoke or simply reflect, his words have added another layer to the ongoing narrative, leaving fans to wonder just how heavy the Celtic hot seat truly is. Hello fan, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.